We may do that. Here we go. Well, perhaps my best friend, I can easily say this, my best friend in the local Tri-Cities media is easily online next. It's Jay Sandos, voice of the ETSU Buccaneers. There was a press conference earlier today that I was at. I asked Steve Forbes some tough questions about Mladen Armas. Did he play him with concussion? Steve Forbes didn't like it and said, how dare you question my integrity? Well, Jay Sandos knows Steve Forbes as well, very well, and so I guess I should ask you, do you think he will ever talk to me again, voice of the Bucs, voice of the Bucs, Jay Sandos? Will Steve Forbes ever grace me with his presence?
Oh, you know he will.
I hope so.
He's that type of guy. No, he will. There's no doubt. I think he's one of the guys that can kind of lose it in a situation, but still come out and answer questions. The one thing I've learned about him is that he's not afraid to go on your show weekly and answer questions, or go on anybody's show and answer questions. He's pretty much taken all comers media-wise and answered it, and so I would be 100% confident in saying he'll come back on the show and talk to you again.
Well, the one thing I would say is that in asking Armas, and just the circumstances are so, I'll repeat this. Armas was on the floor at the end of the Bucs' 9-point loss to Wofford in the SoCon tournament. Then, after a very secretive 10 days, I mean, the practices aren't open, even the game notes have Armas and Rodriguez in the starting lineup. Then at the last minute, it's announced, oh, you know what? They're under concussion protocol. And it's just thrown out at the last moment. And then Armas goes and transfers. And so I've got to then ask this question, did you play with a concussion? Could this be why Armas transfers? And I've got, coach's integrity and all that. Look, I got to protect the worry about the player's health before anything else. And although, yes, I don't necessarily think that Forbes is going to break down and say, oh, I did and all this, there's, even if he did, you could say, well, here's the circumstance and blah, blah, blah. What got me is when he told me afterwards that he saw him and he was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. That's when I'd sort of say, well, what was going on there? I mean, maybe we should guess on had been out there, that sort of thing. And, hey, I told you this there have been other members of the media who've said that I've got the most guts in the sports media in the market, and if that's my reputation, I think it's a good one. So there you go. But I tell you what, Jerome Rodriguez coming back to ETSU really, it seems to me, makes them the, shall we say, lead pipe favorite. There's never a sure thing, but it really, almost, I would say, unanimous decision. We'll see how it pans out, but the really strong favorite to go to the NCAA tournament in 10 months and be the 11th NCAA tournament team for ETSU. It makes them the favorite in the SoCon, in my opinion. In your opinion, what does Jerome Rodriguez coming back to the Bucs, what does that do?
Well, first of all, it's a known commodity, right? I mean, he's a walking double-double. He was amongst the nation's leading rebounders the entire season. It's a guy that really just goes in and grinds on the glass. And if you were missing him and Armas, you were missing sort of the 1-2 rebounders. So now you're getting one of those guys back. And I think that instead of having to replace that, I think the biggest thing is what you're getting out of him. And I think the work ethic is what's most impressive about Rodriguez. If you just watch him, away from the basketball and the things that he does. It's easy to follow guys right when they got the ball and they score, but I think if you really pay attention to him, he understands where the shot is going to come from and where the probabilities that it may end up. And I think he beats guys to the ball. It's not like he's playing, elbows and armpits above the rim. He's really not. He's just being in the right spot to go get the rebound. And he's outworking guys. I think the best compliment I think he got was Coach McDermott at Creighton, where he just talked about what type of rebounder that Rodriguez was and how he dominated. And lack of a better term, I think he just basically said Rodriguez kicked our butts on the glass. And he's correct. That's exactly what Jerome did. That's what he brings every game. And so I think the best thing about him being back is you kind of guarantee that. Now, I think there were times maybe the guards got a little complacent, just assuming Rodriguez would go get every board. So I think, maybe he would need a little bit of help. But for the most part, I think Marky is going to get a double-digit rebounding game and double-digit points out of him, and that's huge, especially in college basketball. I think when you go ahead and book it, that you're guaranteed to get that night in and night out. I think that's what's going to be a strength of the team moving forward.
Well, we're talking to Jay Sandos. He does the play-by-play, and he's a real inside man knowing what's going on at ETSU. Hey, Jay, Rodriguez coming back, but yeah, Armas, and I do think that's big. I think Armas going to Boise State, who, by the way, I think in a couple of years, I mean, they get the transfer from Arizona, that could be a real nice basketball team. That could be a team in 2021 that could be nationally ranked, possibly, when you look at what they've got there. But anyway, what I wanted to get to is that he won't be at ETSU, and as a result, I thought that could be the difference between, say, ETSU being the SoCon champ and a nationally ranked team. I think that, there was this sort of feeling in the back that maybe that 1991 was going to be here again. So that's what I saw Armas's departure being. What about you? Do you think it's possible that ETSU could achieve national rankings without the guy that made the definitive play, in my opinion, of the year when he blocked Bubba Parham's shot at the end of the VMI game?
Well, I mean, I think you can. I think it'd be curious to see Joe Hughley is going to kind of come in and fill that role as the fifth-year transfer to Connecticut State. And just looking at numbers-wise, he played Northeast League. He averaged close to a double-double, which is what Armas averaged. The difference, Hughley, shot 85% from the free throw line and was top 50 in the country individually for made free throws, which Armas did struggle in that category. And then Hughley shoots more threes. Now, defensively, that'll be kind of the question, because I thought Armas did a great job, especially the Western Carolina game against Carlos Dotson. I thought Armas was a huge reason why Dotson, who was sort of the other walking double-double with Cam Jackson, Jerome Rodriguez in the league, Armas did a great job of kind of keeping him in check. So I don't know usually defensively if he'll be able to do some things that what Armas did. I think offensively the numbers speak. He had 44 threes. He shot 85% from the line, and he took over 100-something free throw attempts. So he certainly got to the line enough. So, offensively, I think, it'd be interesting to see how he fits, because he can stretch the floor more. He may be a little more offensively skilled. Defensively, though, I think that'll be the unknown. Will he be able to do some things on the defensive end? And you mentioned the block shot on Parham. Will he be able to do things on that end? But, nationally ranked, I don't have the whole schedule out yet. I think Coach mentioned, the game with App State. Certainly there's a game at LSU. Mm-hmm. And I think you pretty much have to have something that Wofford did. If you have a couple money games, and if you can win one of those, it certainly helps. If you don't get blown out in any and win the rest, you can certainly get ranked. So, I think they could still get ranked. The chances of that still at Southern Conference, obviously Wofford and Furman both doing it in the same season. Hopefully the league recognition will carry forward, because, that's still a popularity contest, right? I mean, it's still...
Sure. Jay, I got to interrupt you real fast. I'm coming up against a hard break. Can you stay through a 2-minute break and take to the rest of the hour?
Sure.
All right, Jay Sandos. He's going to give us a skinny. He's going to play quarterback for the Bucs next year.